news today.
Dad!
What?
The Sentinels are here!
What?
Just kidding! LOL.
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, the time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via UPS, DHL, the post office, FedEx, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings, and what I found in the stores this week. And we also talk the action figure news of the week that interests me, that maybe interests you, and we wrap it all together in a ball, and we call it Weekly Purchases. And as we usually do at the start of the Weekly Purchases video, we recap what happened on the channel this week. A lot of content out there, so if you missed something, you might need to go back and check it out. And while you're here, you might as well subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second. We got videos every single day, as you guys know. But this week, Daily Star Wars rages on in 2021. We're less than 2 months left in our Daily Star Wars unboxings. We had a lot of cool stuff this week, including the Hasbro PulseCon exclusives, Trapper Wolf, and then the Cantina Showdown pack. So if you missed those, check those out. We continued our Tuesday tradition of our Jax Classic Superstars deep dive with the Ringside Collectibles exclusives. 4 videos we'll have on the Ringside exclusives as Jax and Classic Superstars went to Ringside for a few things, and make sure you check those out on Tuesday and every single Tuesday out there on the channel. We also did a Lost review. I filmed this like a couple months ago, just never posted it, and I posted it on Friday. Jax Ruthless Aggression unboxing. As you guys know, I got a complete Jax Ruthless Aggression set. I still have tons and tons of figures to unbox. I've unboxed a lot of them and just kind of saved them for a rainy day, and I'll pop them in there every once in a while. And that's what we did this week with Carlito and Snitsky. Make sure you check that video out. We also unboxed the entire Elite 90 wave, and in the next couple of days we'll have the rankings out. But we did the whole Elite 90 set. Pretty good for the most part, but check those videos out if you missed any of those. We also did Mythic Legions. I've dabbled my toe in the waters a little bit. I've talked about it in prior weekly purchases, but I unboxed Purple Ore, the Panther-inspired Mythic Legions figure. Also took a look at the Battle Cat and Trapjaw-inspired figures, so check those out if Mythic Legions is your thing. We took a look at the Venom PulseCon exclusive. I had to get that thing unboxed right away. I was excited. I love Venom. Excited to see that picture or that figure outside of the packaging. So check that review out. We did a really fun one on Thursday. Every Thursday we're doing a Kyle Peterson top 5 list. Always ask for you guys to chime in with your top 5 of whatever subject matter we're going through. And I did one that was off the beaten path a little bit. It was the top 5 toy lines I wish I collected. So very interesting deep dive into my psyche, some toy lines out there that I missed out on over the years that I had to pass for one reason or another, and the reasons why, and I ranked those from my number 5 to 1 as we always do. So check that video out. A lot of cool top 5 lists to finish the year off. I'm thinking about doing my top 5 least favorite wrestling figure lines of all time. That might be the next one we do. We'll see. I'll figure it out this weekend. I'll film that this weekend. We'll see where it goes. But then we're going to do some other things this year. The best of year-end award list is coming, where I rank my top 10 figures and about every kind of thing I collect out there. But I'm thinking about some of the top 5s. We'll transition to year-end things for probably the month of December. Thinking about maybe the top 5 peg warmers of the year, top 5 Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures of the year, top 5 miscellaneous figures of the year. And then we're going to do special videos. You know, we'll do the top 10 Marvel Legends of the year, top 10 AEW figures, top 10 Mattel Elites, top 10 G.I. Joe Classifieds, maybe the top 10 Turtles. We'll do it. We got to recap the year. You've got to see what happened, see when it was all the dust had settled, and where did we end up. So we'll have a lot of those videos come December. We always do those up right, if you remember last year. So we'll bring them back bigger and better than ever before. So stay tuned for those in December and maybe the end of November as well. We also did my weekly figure hunting video out there. Quite the week on the fig hunt. It went, you know, your figure hunting weeks go in one direction and then all of a sudden they turn. And it started off with going to the G.I. Joe toy convention that happens every November in my town here. So you got a little piece of that. Usual figure hunting. And then all of a sudden I went off the beaten path to a Walgreens, and that veered that figure hunt week. And you'll see that in the back half of weekly purchases of where we went with some of this stuff. So stay tuned for that. But you don't want to miss that action figure hunting video. A little different, but it was pretty fun out there. So there it is. So let's get into it. Let's get into the news of the week. And there was a decent amount of news, but a pretty big pickup week. So it's always kind of the yin and yang. You never know how the weeks are going to go in weekly purchases, but we do got some news to talk about. Sentinel Watch continues. I don't know if I'm ever going to get these Sentinels. I feel like everybody on planet Earth has gotten the Sentinels. And then there was that board game like Mythic Quest, or I think that's what it was called. That was the HasLab project that has started shipping to people, so that is in people's hands, and I still haven't got a Sentinel. And the Hasbro people told me, hey Kyle, don't worry, we're getting the last Sentinels out, and then we got to start shipping this board game. So they're just finishing up. Well, now people got their board game. Kyle still doesn't have his Sentinels. What is going on? Is this a conspiracy? Is this a conspiracy against me? I have no idea, but still, no Sentinels. No, spoiler alert for the back half, no Sentinels for me, but maybe next week. I don't know. I'm about ready to start breaking down in tears right here. But Sentinels hopefully soon. We'll see. Speaking of Sentinels, I guess we might as well throw this out there. Friday was quite the announcement. Disney Plus had all kinds of trailers and all kinds of news and stuff. And the biggest news they dropped for me was X-Men 97. You guys, probably a lot like me, a kid in the 90s, we absolutely loved X-Men the animated series. One of the greatest animated series of all time. Definitely top 5. I would have to say one of my favorites. So, very excited that Disney Plus is taking the reins. Unfortunately, 2023, gosh, that seems like an eternity away. But in 2023, we're getting a continuation of that animated series. And I just recently, about a year ago, went back and watched every episode. And my kids dabbled in a little bit of it too. So I was very excited to hear this news. I'm all in for that. A lot of the voice actors are returning. It's just shaping up to be amazing. I hope the animation is the same. I would love somehow to do that with G.I. Joe from the 80s. Give us the same kind of animation, but updated and keep the stories going. But I'm all here for that X-Men one. They also announced that like a freshman Spider-Man, a younger Spider-Man series. I'll watch it, but that one doesn't excite me a ton. But one that does, Marvel Zombies, getting its own series, and I've been saying it here. I've been saying it in my reviews of the What If wave. I've said it on weekly purchases. I think there's too much meat on the bone out there. I think there's going to be Marvel Legends zombie figures next year, and this pretty much just solidifies it. I bet you at the end, about a year from now, maybe around Halloween, we'll get a Marvel Legends zombie wave that'll lead right into the series, probably first of 2023 or so, somewhere around there. But I'm excited for that. So that was pretty cool news, I thought, from Disney Plus. Then they talked about a lot of other stuff that I'm really interested in. Obi-Wan Kenobi, my favorite Jedi. I can't wait for that series. He's going to square off against Darth Vader. That's going to meld a couple of universes together, a couple timelines, I guess, to see what happened in the middle. Man, I'm here for that as well. So a lot of cool stuff coming to you TV watchers out there. So very cool. I guess the biggest wrestling news this week was out of the AEW Jazzwares team. I think it was Thursday. Jeremy Padawer went to Twitter and said, who's up for some AEW reveals? Well, everybody's always up for them. You don't need to post it. We're all here for it. But it really was a little disappointing for me. I was expecting the world. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I knew it was probably going to be digital renders for the most part. But actually, it was actually figure prototype pictures. And that's what it should have been. Because we saw Unmatched Series 2. But then they also showed us Unrivaled Series 7, which I unboxed on the channel like a month ago. So I don't know. That really got some people mad in some of the comments out there. Because, hey, we've had these figures. Why are you showing us? That's the reveal? I guess they never officially revealed those. I don't know what's going on with the Jazzwares team. All their stuff gets leaked. They're way behind on stuff. There's just a miss somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but so that was disappointing. Unrivaled 7, we don't need to talk about that. We reviewed those. I'm not going to recap any of that, but we did finally see some prototype image, some action figure images of Unmatched Series 2. I thought that was interesting. Ty Conti, I was here for that when they showed us the digital images. I thought that was a great figure. This one looks pretty good as well. She's got a little bit of a 50s kind of waitress hair going on, a little out there, but very colorful. Could possibly be the best female figure from the Jazzwares line so far. I guess we'll see once we do get that in hand. We also saw MJF. So we saw MJF. We knew he's coming in a robe, a soft goods robe. That's pretty cool. But then they showed, hey, we're going to chase MJF with that same scarf we've seen before and a bandana. Not a lot of cool factor for me on that one. Obviously, like any chases, just like everybody else out there, if I come across one, I'm picking it up. Or if I get a screaming deal, I'm picking it up. But as these chases keep going, and there's 2 in every set, we get to 100 sets, it'll be interesting where some of those chases land. I think you'll see some of them at $50, and you'll see some at $300-400, and then you'll see some of the earlier ones crazy prices as we've seen right now. But it's interesting, that dynamic. And then speaking of chases and regular editions, Sting. We're getting Sting. He is the Luminary in Series 2. As we know, Series 1 was an LJN inspired. Series 2, Luminary. Series 3, back to LJN inspired. They're doing that every other. I don't know how I feel about that a lot. Sting, definitely a Luminary. I get it, but I feel like if you're in the Luminary point of the Unmatched series, if you're the special Luminary, it shouldn't be your modern day figure or your modern day look. It should be a classic Sting figure, and then give us another Sting in the Unrivaled or another Unmatched line of his current day look. So I do feel that's a bit of a miss. It looks like the only difference, I think, between the chase and regular is maybe a soft goods shirt. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think that's the only difference. Cool to get Sting. Anytime we get a guy in face paint, I'm here for it, especially a childhood favorite of mine, Sting. I definitely want both of these. I'll try to find both of these. We'll see what happens. But I feel like the Luminaries should be classic superstars inspired, a throwback figure. That's what they should be doing. And we're seeing that with Jericho in the future. Why would they not have done that with Sting here? I get it. They want to get Sting out there. It makes sense. But put him in Unrivaled and then give us a throwback Sting. Let's do it that way. That's my only real gripe with that one. Then we did see Santana and Ortiz. We saw them. Very cool. I do like the looks of these. Once again, we have had these guys in the past, so I know some people are grumbling like, hey, can't we get somebody new? Can't we get somebody different? But I like these. They look really good. The head sculpts looked amazing. And we saw fists. Yes, fists. I thought they were illegal, but apparently not. They are in the AEW Jazzwares line. I hope we see more fists to continue. Getting the same hands twice in a figure is unexcusable, and that's what we've got in the past. So hopefully this is a start in a new direction where we start getting some more fists with these figures. Fingers crossed on that one. One thing I did notice when I looked at some of these prototype images, these pictures, we've done a lot of Mattel unboxings lately. We've had a lot of Mattel sets, Elite 89, Elite 90, 91 coming in 6 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that. I like the looks of the new Mattel. Mattel has went to the pinless joints, the double joints. Just the very, very clean look. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I pointed it out in the reviews. Very clean. But the first thing that caught my eye on these AEW Jazzwares figures is the big pins. They're just everywhere. And it's like, gosh, once you go pinless, it's tough to go back. And Mattel, kudos to you guys out there. Those pinless joints look amazing on the Mattels. And now AEW Jazzwares, I hope in 2022, can move to that as well, because these pins take my eye away from the figure. Am I the only one noticing this now? Like I said it before. Once you go pinless, it's tough to go back. And now you look at AEW Jazzwares with different eyes. At least I do. We'll see. They've had a lot of issues. The lack of fists. Now the pinless. I want pinless joints. That's what's missing there. And then they got to solve for those elbow issues on those figures. Way too light, not sturdy enough. Hopefully that is fixed as well. But I'm here for it. I'm going to keep picking them up. I want them to succeed. I want all my favorites. I hope that happens. It'll be really interesting. And then the other one they did show today outside of Unmatched was Dr. Britt Baker. We know we're getting her exclusive from Ringside. I love the nod to the Cody and Dustin 2-pack. It's kind of got the blood and guts feel of the packaging and stuff, so you can really put those two together. I thought that was really cool. The two bloody heads and her normal head, I like those a lot. It just looks like it's missing something. I don't know. It comes with a soft goods shirt. It just doesn't have the specialness of that last Blood and Guts pack, but it's still cool. But there's something I can't put my finger on, and I'm sure once I get it here at the table when we unbox it, it'll come to me. But they did show that, so that is cool. But I don't know. I think we all were expecting a lot more as far as the reveals go. And we got a lot of stuff we knew. We got some nice fancy pictures and got rid of the digital renders for Unmatched 2. And it sounds like Unmatched 2 is supposed to make its way sometime in December. So we'll see where that goes. I got to figure out, too, where does Jazzwares figures start and end? If you're going to do the true best of 2021, where do you start and where do you end? Because just like Mattel, I think 81 through 88 is basically where 2021 goes for Mattel. I know I have 89, we have 90, but that's 2022 packaging. We haven't seen those on the retail pegs yet. Those are earmarked to start in January. So truly, 81 through 88 is what you got to judge best of 2021 on. I know we want to put 90 in there, and there's a possibility we might see 91 before the end of this year, but a lot of that goes to some of the shipping craziness going on. Ringside getting their stuff way earlier as well. So that's funny where you draw the line. So I got to look into that. But my gut tells me you got to go 81 to 88. That's the packaging style for 2021. You can't put 89 and 90 in the best of 2021, even though I have those already, but they're in 2022 packaging. So I don't know. You guys feel free to give me some comments on your thoughts on that one. But it was very, very interesting day on Jazzwares. At least we're getting new product, and hopefully Unmatched Series 2 comes to our door very soon because I'm anxious to review some new figures. Oh, I did forget Warlow. We saw him. So that was probably the one I was the most favorite of. I like the looks of him. That'll go great with our MJF. How did I forget him? A big figure. Maybe if he would have had face paint, I would have remembered. But I do love big figures. We did get a look at him. So there it is. So some good stuff coming from Jazzwares. Just some tweaks. We need some tweaks. Constant learning, constant improvement. I say it all the time. Business 101. So we'll see where it goes. And then some other news this week. Like I said, a fairly slow news week. Black Series, we got some announcements online of a couple new Mandalorian figures. We're getting a Death Watch Mandalorian. That'll go great with your Bo-Katan and Casca Reeves, Sasha Banks figures. So we got that. And then we got Ahsoka from the Mandalorian line. So we've got her in Clone Wars. Now we're getting an older version, I guess, in the Mandalorian packaging. I'm sure that'll be a good seller as well. So we got those coming from Star Wars. And speaking of Star Wars, Rancor Watch 2021. We've still got a month or so to still pre-order. And we're at 5,056 people. Got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. An old friend told me that. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But we'll see where that ends up shaking out at. I think it will get back, but I think they would have had a huge bump if they wouldn't have went with that Gamorrean Guard. That was the talk of last week's weekly purchases. That Gamorrean Guard disappointed me. Hopefully they announce the second tier, and hopefully it's the Rancor Keeper. Hopefully we get him announced, and that will give them a good jump. I don't know what you're waiting for, Star Wars team. Let's announce that. And then turn to G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe still in the lead, which honestly surprises me a little bit, but the Sky Striker at 5,307 slowed down some. They went a different approach and announced all their tiers right off the gate. So we'll see if that one goes. I mean, they're about a little more than halfway there. I do feel they'll both be funded. Once you get the international sales, the toy store sales and stuff like that, plus people that wait to the last minute, even though they don't charge it till the end, there's a lot of people that wait to the last minute. And I think it'll bring those two over the hump. But I'm going to watch, and we'll have an update every single week in weekly purchases. The other one, wrestling-related Squared Circle toys. They're just a little over 10,000. 10,200 of 99,000 needed. I don't know. It's less than a month to go for that one. That's going to be a very, very tough one. You got about, a long way to go. 99,000 is a lot. So I don't know if that'll make it, but they did show some Paint Master prototypes. They look very cool. I just don't know where this one's going to go, unfortunately. I would love it, but it just seems like a long way to go. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened out there. But that's kind of the backer updates of the week. We also saw this week, I pre-ordered this back at San Diego Comic-Con in July. A lot of people did. We blindly ordered this off of Walmart. It was a brand new Turtles movie 2-pack of Casey Jones, April O'Neil. Well, this week, they were shown pictures of those in package. So a lot of us at pre-order were like, all right. Even though the order was delayed till January, that's fine. We'll get it in January. But now this is coming, the Farm 2-pack, as it's being called. An interesting one, as April O'Neil Mania has been going on. A lot of people have been getting their NECA shipments of the exclusive April O'Neil, myself included. So Turtles keep rolling down the line, and I'm currently, as I'm filming right now, hunting. I think next week will be my week, but the brand new Turtle Cartoon 2-packs hitting Target. Big, beefy figures. I can't wait to get a hold of these. Hopefully next week's weekly purchases, I'll be able to show you guys those, and then we'll unbox them the following week. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Keep them crossed for me. Turtle Anxiety, all-time high. It's hitting again. It's hitting again. Buy the shirt, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Get your very own Turtle Anxiety shirt. McFarlane coming back to the well with the Mortal Kombat line. Is it truly the Mortal Kombat line, or is it the Spawn line? Let's just call a spade here, as we're getting 2 more McFarlane Spawn figures in the Mortal Kombat 11 line. We're getting 2 bloody variants, 1 more traditional Spawn, 1 that Malekith, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but we unboxed it on the channel about a month ago, so check that video out if you missed it. But we're getting a bloody variants of both of those. I'm probably going to pick them up. I'm thinking I'm going to have a shelf of all these Mortal Kombat Spawns all together. It's just going to be kind of funny when I look at it and say, look at this repaint. Talk about getting the most out of your molds. Kudos to Todd, because, hey, they're selling, so who can complain? As long as they're selling, we all vote with our wallets. That's the key there, and that's exactly what's going on. So very, very interesting. But looking at my sheet here, that is it. It was a soft news week. As we get into the Thanksgiving holiday, then the Christmas, New Year's, then you have Chinese New Year. We're going to have some soft news weeks, I think, for the next couple of months, and that's okay. We've all spent enough money in 2021. Let's take that step back. Let's buy our friends and family Christmas presents instead of toys, maybe. We'll see. We'll try to do that, but there'll be a few things sprinkled out, but not a lot of news. I don't know if we'll have a ton of news the rest of the year, and we'll see what kind of new stuff. I feel like almost all the new stuff has got out there. It's just going to be refilled again, but we'll have a few things. But that's kind of where I see it from where I sit, as I always say, right here. Where I sit. So there you go. How about album of the week though? Album of the week this week, man, I should have probably picked it last week. Last week we had Mastodon, and I tried to listen to it again. I just can't, I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it is. I'm going to try to give it another shot. Maybe I got to be in a different scenery or something. I don't know. But this week was the one I wish I would have went with last week. We're talking about KK Downing, Judas Priest fame. His first album outside Judas Priest. It's called KK's Priest. Yeah, it's kind of like 3 different LA Guns going on, or 2 different Great Whites. Now it's almost like 2 different Judas Priests, because he does have Tim Ripper Owens, former Judas Priest lead singer, as his vocalist in his band. Now, I feel most metal fans out there, you either love Tim Ripper Owens or you hate him. I love him. Jugulator wasn't my favorite Priest album under his, but I did enjoy Demolition, and I've loved his stuff with Iced Earth, Charred Walls of the Dam with Richard Christie, solo albums, his guest appearances on stuff. Tim Ripper Owens is great. I do enjoy him, so to have him and KK back together, giving me some Priest feels out there. And this doesn't happen to me very often, but I've truly missed KK Downing's guitar work, and I didn't realize I missed it until I listened to this album. It just had that Priest feel that you're going to get from one of the original guitarists of Judas Priest. So I definitely recommend buying the CD, streaming it, something like that. I just loved it. I love KK's guitar, and I just never realized how much I missed it till I listened to this album. So Sermons of the Sinner is the album title name. Check it out wherever you check out your music from. That's my recommendation. That's the album of the week this week. So now, part 2 of weekly purchases. Let's get down to it, the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. And small news week, big purchases week. It seems like it goes back and forth, and this week was a banner week. As you guys saw in my figure hunting video, I found a few things out there, got a lot of things through the mail. Went to my local toy store, JC and Hobby. They had a big 15% off sale this week, so you guys know I'm doing some damage there. So a lot of stuff, a lot of pickups. So let's get into it. Let's see what I picked up this week. How about the first thing? You saw this, I think, in the figure hunt video. Akeem. Mattel Elite Akeem. I picked this up from JC and Hobby. Had to get a deal, 15% off. Now, I had Akeem in the past, except my shirt on him was not up to my minty wants, I guess. So I said, you know what? I'm going to sell that other one I have, and I'm going to pick up this one that is in better condition. Sometimes you got to trade up, and I got this Akeem loose way back in the day, so I was happy to replace that Akeem with this one. So you got to do that every once in a while. Every once in a blue moon, I do something like that. So we got those. Did pick up Danhausen Mania Running Wild. I've been a Danhausen fan since before he was actually Danhausen, right in the turn to Danhausen. That's when I got that first shirt and stuff like that. And man, it's crazy to see how he has blown up. Now my kids are all into Danhausen. They're quoting Danhausen around the house. It's crazy. So I picked these up for the kids. I got 2 Micro Brawler Danhausen figures. Might as well said, hey, I'm going to just go all in on Danhausen Micro Brawlers, I guess. So pick those 2 up this week. There you go. A little harder to find these days, those Danhausen Micro Brawlers. How about Walmart, the Walmart exclusive Bad Batch figure, Admiral Rampart. We'll unbox him on a daily Star Wars unboxing video to come here in the next week or 2. But there he is. Got this from Walmart. I don't know if these things, it's weird. Some of these Walmart exclusives feel like they're not even hitting the stores. They're just online only. So I don't know what's going on anymore. It's just crazy. COVID, pre-orders, action figure madness. It's going on, sweeping the nation, some might say. But speaking of Star Wars, how about Darth Raven? You saw these on my figure hunt. Just a lowly Saturday in a very busy Walmart. Walked in, full case on the shelf, or sitting by the shelf. Darth Revan right there. Got him. Got Princess Leia, of course. There she is. I was on the teetering on the fence on this one, but I remembered my old one had such a bad head scan, I figured it was time to upgrade. I did pass on the Obi-Wan Kenobi, though. Maybe long game, I don't know. I just don't like that yellowish or blondish hair. It just looks something off there. Something looks off. So I passed on that, at least for now. And then we got the 501st Legion Clone Trooper. So there he is. I picked him up this week. So had to get some of those. Nice to find some new Star Wars figures. And only $20 at Walmart. I can't believe those weren't $24.99 or something like that. But $19.99 as of now. Buy them while you can. Because as we've talked the last few weeks, guys, inflation's going to hit again. January, February, you're going to see more price increases. So if there's things you're on the fence buying right now, you better get it because you're going to save some money if you wait till January, February. So be prepared for that. Pro tip out there. Another Star Wars one. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy. Kitik Keed Cock. Kitik Cock? I don't know. Big praying mantis. This is one of the figures I was missing. I'm kind of out on the 3 3/4. The only ones I'm buying are deep cuts that I don't have doubles of or another incarnation of. This is a one and done character, this big praying mantis. So I said, you know what? I need this. I'm going to pick that up. So I did. There you go. Then I also picked up Nia Jax. So like I said, that local toy shop with the 15% off sale. This ended up being the same price as retail, and they had the Chase Nia Jax. So I said, what the heck? I'll get it. I was going to get it sometime. Might as well get it now. So I got Nia Jax. Like we said, last time in the line with that one, unfortunately. But Nia Jax, Chase, complete there. Bravo to me. Walmart pre-orders. Walmart getting real goofy here. Let me tell you the story on this one. Compound Hulk. I don't know how to feel about this one. I am not familiar with the character. We'll dig into it. We'll do a review of it. But I was disappointed at Walmart as I ordered one of these way back when. They were on sale for $20. So $20, which is a heck of a deal. These are a $30 figure. $20. So I ordered it. I keep getting it delayed. It keeps getting pushed back. Keep going pushed back. And then I go to Walmart. Just happened to go earlier in the week. This is up for pre-order shipping tomorrow, but it's $40 now. So Walmart, they're not wanting to fulfill the $20 orders. They keep pushing it out and delaying it. Now they're selling this on their online currently at $30. So I picked it up, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to leave that other pre-order out there and see what happens. But just really a little disappointing that I can just order this overnight when I've had that on pre-order for months and months, and it keeps getting delayed. Pretty fishy if you ask me, Walmart. But Compound Hulk through the door this week. How about our boy Stinkor? Yes, Stinkor finally came. Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. You can get the whole set. Stinkor web store, Beastman, and the Eternian Goddess. We'll unbox Stinkor and the Eternian Goddess together on the channel, possibly this week. But Stinkor through the house. Happy to have him through the door. Oh boy, how about this one? This one, thanks to that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. Waylon Jennings rides again. He rode down into my neck of the woods. I was actually at Costco with my wife. We were shopping, and I get the hot message from that old outlaw. He goes, guess what I found? And I said, oh man. He said, can you meet me? And I said, I can't. I'm at Costco. So he was nice enough to drop it on my doorstep, just like a young Amazon. But old Waylon Jennings coming in hot with the Zodiac. Look at him. Look at that. I got the Zodiac, the Target exclusive collector's edition. Definitely going to have to unbox him this week, but excited to see old brother Brudai in the old face paint. You know, face paint always makes a figure better. Always cool. And we'll get more into this here later in weekly purchases, but how about this one? Picked this up, $10.99 on clearance at Walgreens. I said, what the heck? Why not? Bruce Lee. Yes, Bruce Lee action figure, 80th anniversary Bruce Lee. Diamond Select, also make the Marvel Select toys. Very interesting figure. And I said, you know what? What the heck? $10.99, half off. I can't pass this up. So I picked it up. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I think it'll be funny just to put Bruce Lee somewhere. I might even stick him with my movie Ninja Turtles. He might fit in over in that area. We'll see. But Bruce Lee, Walgreens exclusive. Check your Walgreens and more about that here in the weekly purchases before we're finished. So there it is. There's Bruce Lee. So, we got another stack over here. We're going to have a couple of shifts of weekly purchases. Amazon Prime had, or Amazon, I guess I should say. Amazon had a heck of a deal. They're going to have a lot of doorbuster deals, and they started this week with some early Black Friday stuff. How about the hood? Now, this figure, there's so much to like about it. I like the accessories of the real guns. I figure I can use those somewhere else. I can sell the Build-A-Figure part for $4 or $5, get a little bit of money back. But I can use this character just as a guy on the street or something. There's a lot of, it's a very versatile character, a very good figure. But it was like $8.99, $9.99 shipped. I said, for that price, I'll make a couple of dollars back on the Build-A-Figure piece, and that's just worth it for a cheap figure. Why not? So that's what I did. I picked up the hood. We unboxed him on the channel many moons ago, so if you missed that review, go check that out. I've been threatening for this one. You guys saw a few weeks ago, I got that custom figure, Murder Juice Customs, made for me. Very humbling, very cool of him to make that figure for me. And I said, you know what? My figure needs its own figure. So I picked up one of these World's Smallest. I've never owned any of these World's Smallest figures. I'm thinking about getting the He-Man ones. I think those look really cool, but I figured how cool would it be for me, my action figure, to be holding a G.I. Joe action figure. So I ended up picking this up very cheap. So very cool to pick that one up this week. And then Stinkor, we already showed him once. Let's show him again. As you guys know, I buy 2 of all my Masters Universe Origins. I have a wall I'm building. If you guys have been checking out the videos and social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. I've been posting some of my Masters Universe pictures. I'm working on a mint on card set, so I have this in the Defender ready to go with one I'll have as loose. So there you go. Keeping it with He-Man and the Masters Universe Revelation. There's the old Man-at-Arms, a favorite here. We unboxed Beastman and Spikor already from Wave 2. Now we got to unbox Man-at-Arms and Teela, so we'll probably do that here in the next week or so. But I really am enjoying this line. It'll be interesting where this line goes. As we know, we're a couple of weeks away from part 2 of the cartoon on Netflix. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this line to see where it goes. It almost feels like a mix between Masters Universe Origins and Masters Universe Classics. The Revelation feels like it's right in the middle between those. At least that's how I feel. So there you go. So I got Man-at-Arms this week. Oh yeah, and I did get 2 Clone Troopers. There's the other Clone Trooper I got. Always get 2 of most Clone Troopers. I feel like they look better in pairs, or sometimes 3 of them, but pairs usually works for me. So I picked up an extra one right there. So there it is. There's round 1. We got 3 rounds of weekly purchases this week. Like I said, it's another busy week. So stay tuned. Here's round 2. All right, time for round 2 of weekly purchases. The hits keep on coming, and this week via Big Bad Toy Store, once again, hit the old link below, in the description below, that is. I got Mosquitor. I got my mint on card Mosquitor from the Deluxe Origin set there. So I got Mosquitor this week, and then, of course, had to get my other Mosquitor, as this will be the one I will unbox on the channel. So look for Mosquitor to be unboxed on the channel sooner than later. Sooner than later. There you go. How about this one? Gotta get a deal. It's a motto on the channel, as you guys know. How about Pop Vinyl Huge Gizmo with the 3D Glassix? This is the Walmart exclusive. You guys have known in the last few weeks in the figure hunting videos, I've said, hey, gotta get a deal. I really want this Gizmo, but I'm not paying full price for this. It's just not gonna happen. And I said it in the figure hunt this week. I'm sitting there looking at it. I said, I'm just not paying full price. Then as my way out of the electronics, NECA section, all that kind of stuff, I see this on top and with a clearance tag, $20, $10 off, because for whatever reason, this Walmart is putting those security straps on everything. Well, they broke the plastic on this one. Well, I'm going to unbox it anyway. So $10 off, 20 bucks for this big Pop Vinyl. Sign me up all day long. And then I just noticed too, there is a stripe on the side there, so I need to get that one as well. I guess it's not stripe, it's just a gremlin, but I need to get that gremlin one to go with it. But I was very happy about this. For 20 bucks, I said, what the heck? I'm picking that up. Gremlin's one of my favorite movies. One of the first, if not the first movie I ever saw in a theater as a very, very, very small child. So there you go. And then Target coming through this week. Rarely have I got a pre-order before I found it in stores, but lo and behold, this was the week. I got a pre-order from the Marvel Legends that I did not have found in the store yet. So very cool there. Target, Fantastic Four. Yes, Target coming in hot. Fantastic Four, I got the Invisible Woman. We got Psycho Man. We've got the Human Torch, old Johnny Storm. We unboxed a select to him not too long ago. And then the High Evolutionary. We got that figure as well. So we got 4 of them. As you guys know, Thing I unboxed about a month ago on the channel. I got that one way early. So check out that Thing review if you missed that one. I will unbox these soon on the channel as well. But I am still missing Reed Richards. He was delayed via Target, so I don't know if he'll be coming this week, next week, or what. But as you guys see, we got a lot of stuff to unbox, a lot of stuff to still get to. And you guys, as I always say, if you want something moved to the top of the review list, let me know. I'm going to get through it all eventually, but man, we're getting built up on stuff, so I'm okay if the next few weeks are a little slower on the weekly purchases. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to get through. But if you want to see something move to the top of the list, leave it in the comments down below. So there. Oh, keep going. I keep thinking it's over, and then it brings me back. And here's a couple more things this week. I have to get a deal. Got to get a deal out there. You guys saw my figure hunt. I found the Casey Jones Unmasked again, but this store had it on clearance for 20 bucks. I still had my receipt for my old one, so I did the little switcheroo and got $10 back. Got to get a deal. Gotta always try to find the deals out there, because guess what? You find a deal, you got more money for other figures. So I bought this one, took the other one back, made $10 out of the deal. So gotta get a deal, got this one. One of these days we'll unbox this. I've had this for a couple months, still have not unboxed it. We'll get to it eventually. We'll get to it. And then that old outlaw rides again. Old Waylon Jennings rode into town. He helped me out during Hasbro PulseCon. As you guys know, it was limited 1 per customer. So I got my Zartan, which we'll unbox on the channel this week. I guarantee that. But he came and got another one. I said, Waylon, help me out. Order a Zartan for me. I'll pay you. That's exactly what he did. So I found him some Power Ranger stuff. He got this for me. We did an old-fashioned swap when he was in town. So I got my second mint on card, mint on box Zartan. So I'm very happy about that. And then, as you guys know, we're right in the thick of McRib season. It's the heat of McRib season. You guys know it's the one time a year I go to McDonald's, end my figure hunt week with a little McRib action. No pickle, no onion. Some of you guys think I'm crazy, but I've been eating the McRib for 30 years. It comes every year in my area. It's not just one of those things that comes every couple of years. It's a yearly tradition in my neck of the woods. I've perfected it. I've perfected how I like my McRib over these years. But as I'm getting McRibs, I have another side hunt going with the McRibs. My kids love a good Happy Meal, and I guess I did when I was a kid as well. But the Eternals are the Happy Meals toys right now, so that's kind of cool. Can I get all 8 Eternal figures before the McRib season is done? That's the goal. Right now, I just got this one. Is it Droog? Droog, I think is his name. But I got this one this week, and there he is right there. They all click together, fit together, which is pretty cool. He's got a little karate chopping action. He's going to chop some wood down. There he is. But I got him this week, so I got about 5 more to go. There's nothing worse, though. Some of these we have doubles of because, you know, they just give you the same. And there's nothing worse when you have 2 kids and you get a Happy Meal and they give each kid the same toy. Man, mix it up. Give them a different one. Come on. Pay attention to your job, McDonald's. What are you doing out there? But another Eternals toy coming home this week. I got to see that movie, too. I still have all those figures to unbox. I got the entire set, the exclusives, everything ready to unbox. We'll probably break it into 3s, maybe, something like that. We'll see. But I feel like I need to see the movie to get a better understanding of the characters. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to grab a matinee. I don't know. Time is tough. Time is tough, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. But maybe another week or so, I'll go to a matinee. I'll see the Eternals, then we'll unbox the figures. How about that? We'll see. Anybody want to come? You guys hit me up. I'll go to the movie with you. But there it is. There's round 2 of weekly purchases. We got one more special round. Let's get to that one next. All right, we're to the point of round 3 of weekly purchases, and round 3 is a little different. Yes, they are purchases, but not necessarily for me, and let me explain here. This time of year, obviously, there's a lot of toy drives going on. We know about the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. They have a toy drive every single year. The Fig Cave Podcast, the Fig Cave Facebook group, they have a toy drive every year. And I guarantee you, I know there's multiple toy drives in every single city in the state, in the country, in the world probably at this point. But there's a lot of toy drives. There's a lot of places you can donate to. And if you saw my weekly figure hunting video, I found some clearance stuff. I went to a Walgreens, piqued my interest, and I went down a weird hole for the week where I hit every Walgreens in my town, about 20 Walgreens, as they have clearanced out all their old toys. You know, they needed to do that as some of those toys have been there 5+ years. What are you waiting for? They're beat boxes, they're destroyed. Let's get rid of them. Well, their Mattel Elite figures in my area, all but maybe 4 or 5 stores, have clearanced these down to $2.19 an Elite. Yes, $2.19. That is the cheapest Elites ever. So that is crazy. So my mind got going. My mind got spinning. And I said, you know what? This is perfect toy drive stuff. And David C. Anderson, a good friend of the channel, good friend of the show, him and I are teaming up once again. I picked up all these. I went all over town, picked up every single one. We're going to split the cost. We're going to donate these to Toys for Tots, just like I did those battle packs a few weeks back. We found those all at $5. So, I don't know. You can give kids any kind of toy, but these kids, hopefully they enjoy some wrestling toys. I don't know, but I would say better to have a toy than no toy. I think that's the way it goes. But here's what we got. We got a lot of figures, so let's go through them here. We got Maurice, and I guess I should show one, but there's Maurice. A beautiful figure, probably my favorite diva of all time. Something about that Maurice I just love, I don't know, but comes with the Intercontinental title, a very strong figure. So we got a couple Maurices there. Let's jump in here. Then we got Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss with the Raw Women's title, got that one. But these, like I said, and then there were some surprises. I had this Alexa Bliss as a surprise. Wasn't expecting to see Elite 82 at only $2.19, but here we are. And then this is another one that was really funny. This Becky Lynch. So this is the Walgreens by my house. And I remember when this came out, and this would have been, what year was this? Gosh, 2016. So I remember when they got this in 2016, and I have been waving and saying hi to this thing since 2016. So I walked into that first Walgreens just off the beaten path by my house, and I said, oh my gosh, 219, I got to pick this up. I have seen this, I have touched this a million times over the last 5 or so years. Let's just get it done. I'm bringing it home, and I'm going to keep this one for myself, just kind of to laugh. I have it unboxed behind me, but it's just kind of funny. For $2.19, I can always donate it later if I really needed to. But Alexa and Becky Lynch were the only two off the beaten path ones. The rest, Alexa Bliss and Maurice. And let's keep going. So we got another Maurice, another Maurice. How about another Maurice? There you go. Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss. How about another Alexa Bliss? Oh, and Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss. I should just put this on repeat. Alexa Bliss. Oh, what about Alexa Bliss? You ever seen her? There she is. How about another Alexa Bliss? And another Alexa Bliss. We're building a mountain of Alexa Blisses here. There's another Alexa Bliss. And another Alexa Bliss. And one more Alexa Bliss. So I grabbed all these Alexa Blisses, cleaned my town out of Alexa Blisses. I hope kids love Alexa Bliss because there's going to be a lot of them donated. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. I urge all of you guys out there to donate at least one toy to Toys for Tots this year. It's something, you know, us action figure collectors, we get a lot of stuff, but we should give back at least a little something. And that's what we're going to do with this pile of Alexa Blisses. I'm going to keep one Alexa Bliss for my daughter. We actually met Alexa Bliss one time. They got autographs. My youngest daughter doesn't have a figure, so she's going to get one of these figures, so she'll be happy about that. I'm keeping the Becky Lynch for me, and then we'll go from there as far as donating the rest. But quite the week of weekly purchases, but it looks like a lot of Alexa Blisses, which it is. But man, $2.19, not that expensive, that is for sure. But very fun week, a lot of weekly purchases. What did you find this week? What did you pick up this week? Anything? Let me know in the comments down below what you picked up. Let me know your thoughts on some of the news at the top of the show. Let me know anything you're thinking of. Let me know what I need to review first. Hit me up in the comments below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer to 11,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We got a lot of giveaways to get to, too. Last week I got all those Warriors. I got some other stuff. I got to start doing that. So we'll try to do some different giveaways. Follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. Make sure you follow me on both of those because I'll do a YouTube giveaway, but I think I'm going to do some social media giveaways too. A little easier to do. You can do it. We can retweet it, gain some followers, all kinds of fun like that. So make sure you're following me on all the platforms out there. And then, yeah, like the video, subscribe, and like all that fun stuff. And then, of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Support the channel. So I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into the weekend. Hopefully you are too. See you guys all next week in weekly purchases. So the next thing we got in the news today is...
Dad!
What? Emma, what?
The Sentinels are here.
What?